Inside of my marketing agency, I have signed over 100 online coaches and info product providers to my agency. We've also signed over 100 e-commerce clients and well over a total of 200 clients in the last couple of years. So quickly before we begin, a definition on info products and coaching clients. Who exactly are they and what does their business look like? So the primary market out of these 100 clients were really between fitness coaches, nutrition coaches, wellness coaches, and basically anyone in the health and wellness and self-improvement industry who are selling either high-ticket coaching or a course plus some coaching on the back end. So high-ticket coaching really depends on how you define it. For our clients, they charge anywhere from $300 to probably $1,000 per month to their clients for either fitness, nutrition, or mindset coaching. So the average revenue that a new client brings to an online coach could really be anywhere from $1,000 all the way up to $5 to $10K. And how they close their clients is pretty much the exact same as how we close clients for my agency and probably yours too. Online coaches will do outreach. They will message people that they think might need help with their health, their fitness, their nutrition. They'll ask them some questions, give them some value, and hopefully book them into a free strategy or consultation call. And on that call, like we would do in an agency scenario, they try and pitch their service as the solution to their problem. So all in all, working with online coaches and info product clients, it's very similar to how I run my agency, which actually works really nicely because the strategies we use to book more calls in my agency and the systems we use when booking calls and managing our CRM, we can actually share that then with our clients, which I know they really value. Cool, so now that we understand who these clients are, what they do, and what they offer, I'm going to get straight into the kind of tips and tricks that I want to share with you today, the things that you need to know and the things that really helped me to sign these 100 clients. And just before we do, I just want to make sure that you are crystal clear on how an online coach operates. So I'm going to take one of our clients as an example in my head. His name is Scott. He's got about 20k followers on Instagram at the moment. We probably started with him when he had 4,000 or 5,000 followers. And how he gets his clients is he posts really good content that's educational and shareable. And when people interact with his content, he'll reach out to them and start a conversation. That's when, as I've previously mentioned, he'll ask them questions, give them value, and ideally pitch them onto a free strategy or consultation call. And that's pretty much it. That's the business model in a nutshell. So they do outreach to get their clients, but it's inbound. It's slightly different in the fact that the people they're reaching out to already follow them on social media or have at least interacted with their content. So it's not completely cold. Cool. So point number one, which is a really big point, is that for a lot of outreach that we would have done to these fitness coaches and these online coaches would have been from my second personal Instagram page. This second page is basically a fitness/health page. And in fact, I had this page before I started my agency because it was just a huge passion of mine. I have a couple thousand followers on there and I've got lots of really good content on that page. So when I reach out from that page, fitness coaches and nutrition coaches are more likely to respond to me because I'm in their industry. I'm not some random guy. I'm not a guy with an agency. I'm a guy who's also in the fitness industry. So that's the first point I want to mention that helped us incredibly well. That worked incredibly well for getting the attention of these fitness coaches for reasons that I'm going to explain later on in this video. Cool, so point number two was getting a service that they actually needed. So when you look at crafting an offer and picking a service that a business owner is going to need, it needs to satisfy at least one of two things. It needs to save them time and make their life easier, or it needs to make them more money. What we provide to online coaches does those two things, okay? It saves them time because we will create content for them, which they can then use on their social media, but it will also help them make more money because the content is ideally going to get them more shares, get more people seeing their content, get more people booking calls with them, which in turn will make them more money. So it's very clear that you have a service that they actually need. And that moves me on to point number three, which is focusing on the benefits that they're going to receive from that service. Okay, this goes for any service you're pitching and any type of clients, but specifically for online coaches, I needed to make sure that when we're pitching this, I need to make sure that they clearly understand what this is going to do for them. So I may not say to them, hey, we're going to directly make you more sales, but what I would say, which showed that I understood their business, was that, hey, we're going to be able to get more people following your content, which gives you more people to reach out to, which in turn will give you more leads, more calls, and more clients. And that right there showed them that we understood their business, which is very, very key. If you can show a business owner that you understand their business and you can reverse engineer their business to help them get more clients and get more customers, that is really going to help you when you are pitching your service. So following on with the next point, and when we eventually took a sales call with a fitness coach, our process was quite different to how we would have handled the process if we were speaking to an e-commerce brand owner. And this is simply because, as I previously mentioned, how fitness coaches and online coaches get their clients, it's very similar to how us as an agency and how we get our clients. They're used to sending outreach messages and they're used to booking in free calls. So it in a sense, it makes it harder, and it's one reason why I probably wouldn't recommend that you go into this industry. It's not the easiest industry to get into, because when you are sending cold DMs, the coach you're messaging has probably gotten this so many times before, which is the first point, but also they're sending those same messages themselves, so they know exactly what you're doing. Even if you don't say, hey, I'm a marketing agency owner, and you say, hey, do you have any spots open for fitness coaching, they're probably going to know what you're going to do. So it makes it quite difficult for newcomers coming into that industry. And also with your sales calls, you have to be a little bit less salesy. Again, they understand the process, they know exactly what you're going to do. You're going to ask them questions, find their problem, and then pitch them a solution, which can be a little bit annoying, and I know for me I found it a little bit frustrating, but it meant that we could also save some time, right? We didn't have to be as energetic and over the top on our sales calls, and we can kind of dial it back a little bit. They know what the process is, and they just want the specifics. What results can we get? What do we offer? What's the price point? And we go from there. So I would say that our outreach and sales was a lot more direct. It was, less about the strategies and tactics that you would usually use when you're performing outreach and hopping on sales calls. But as I said, word of warning for people who are new to the space, it can be very, very difficult to get their attention and to get them on a call. So I probably wouldn't recommend that you start here, but it may be an industry you look at down the line. So moving on once again, coaches are what I like to call big on testimonials, social proof, and following what other coaches are doing. When I look at an e-commerce brand owner, if I look at any of our clients, they pay a little bit of attention, to their competitors and what they're posting and how they're running their business, but they also do things very, very differently. Whereas with coaches, I've found that most of them just copy each other. And so that means if I can show testimonials from an online coach that made, let's say, an extra 10K in 1 month using our service, they're going to see that and be like, hey, I want to copy that guy. I want to do what he's doing because it worked for him. So that testimonial is incredibly valuable. Same thing goes for any screenshots that our clients might send to us. If they say, hey guys, great month, we closed an extra 2 or 3K in deals this month, we're going to screenshot that, we're going to put it in a case study, and we're going to make sure that every coach we speak to sees that, because I know how important that is for them. And so the fact that as a whole, most online coaches do like to see what other coaches are doing and then they want to replicate their success, it means that a lot of online coaches work with business coaches as well. Now this can be a good or a bad thing, because if you're trying to pitch a coach and they think you're a business coach, not an agency owner, they're going to say, hey, no, I've got a business coach, I don't need your help. But it means that if you can get really good results with one of your clients and then you can get in touch with your business coach, you may be able to set up a referral deal where that business coach sends clients to you and you give them a kickback on any clients that you sign. And this leads me on to the final point, which is harnessing the power of referrals. You may have seen on my YouTube channel before, I posted a video explaining how one of our clients, a fitness coach, basically brought us in close to an extra 10K in revenue simply because of what he was paying us, plus all the referrals that he brought in. This was a prime example. This guy, he was in a couple of business coaching programs with other fitness coaches, and he actually coached a handful of people himself, where he was teaching them how to set up their fitness coaching business. And so we gave him a really good deal. We gave him between 10 to 15% referral fee on any clients he brought to us. He had a great month with us. He got great results. He fed those results to people in those programs. And like I said, we nearly had an extra 10K coming in revenue that month from those referrals. So that's exactly how we did it. In this video, I feel like I've gone above and beyond. I hope I have anyway. And I hope you enjoyed those ins and outs, the pros and cons of working with these clients that sell coaching or courses or info products. And my biggest word of warning is, look, if you're starting off, I probably wouldn't pick this as my industry or my niche. It's a bit of a tough space, and if you don't know what you're doing and you don't have that much experience, it's going to be a lot harder to sign these clients. When I compare the e-commerce clients we have and the fitness coaches, it's much easier for us to sign an e-commerce client compared to a coach or a course seller. Now, I hope you got some value from this video. If you did, do drop a like, and I will see you in the next one.